Good evening and welcome to the Solution Roundtable, where we discuss trust that broke many dreams, and is brought to you by Wizfin Solution. I am the Prof, your anchor. And of course, this evening, I have a team of experts, professionals, as discussants who will be looking at the issues in depth and deal with them in a manner that will help you make the right decision. And of course, you won't be disappointed any longer by trust. Now, I have with me this evening, Architect Godwin Ejike Odo. He is the founder of Wizfin Solution. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Prof.
We also have Innocent E. Ubiakalose, who is a quantity surveyor and of course a member of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors and a registered quantity surveyor for about 30 years. He's with us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us on Solution Roundtable.
Thank you, Prof.
And of course, the last but not the least is a distinguished fellow, Dr. Chris Emeka Onwudiwe. He holds MBA in Business Management and is also a holder of MSc in Economics and a doctorate degree holder on Business Administration. He is a fellow of Institute of Chartered Economists. Good evening, Doc, and welcome to Solution Roundtable.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's run along. Yes, today we start by looking at the vision of the project, which aims at solving the crisis of broken trust in investment and property through professional oversight, third-party accountability, and indeed, verification. Now, I start with you, the visionary, the founder of Wizfin Solution, Architect Ejike. So, we'd like to understand what we mean by trust that broke many dreams.
Thank you, Prof. Trust that broke many dreams is an idea that came to us after meeting a lot of issues on ground. Professionally, at the sites, so many people crying foul at the end of every journey in life. Most of our brothers and sisters out there spend the entire of their age fighting for their retirement cash, possibly sending things at home, sending money for investments, sending money for projects, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, so many of them came back and met nothing. It is from there we began to look into it. We found out that trust has broken many dreams. So many of these investments, they all lost it just because they trusted a brother, they trusted a colleague, they trusted a friend, they trusted a spouse. And at the end of the day, they came back at their retirement age and met nothing. So we said that it is something so painful that we now begin to look at it, and we say that such a trust that has broken many dreams is no longer something we will allow to continue this way. That is why we, the team of this professional, have come up with a solution that will help us curtail this issue. Thank you.
What is the solution?
We are introducing third-party oversight, professional oversight, and verification. Third-party oversight is where we are discussing on you can trust. We are not stopping you from trusting, but the point is that the trust, you have to put trust at shipment. You have to ship the trust. We are saying that you cannot stop entrusting something to somebody because you are not on ground. You must have somebody on ground that will help you to ease. But the point is that when you entrust, you don't have to trust. Because when you entrust and you trust blindly, at the end of the day, the whole thing will fall on you. We say that we are looking at you putting a trust into check. And that is why we are introducing third-party oversight. Third party is a situation whereby you as the investor and the person you are entrusting the vote into, you now have a company in between you and that person that will feed you on the issue on ground, possibly on cases, possibly with videos and other things, so that you will no longer base your information totally on the person you entrusted the
responsibility.
Yes. So by the time you take the information you're getting from the company and you compare it to the information you're getting from the person you entrusted the project into, you will now know whether the whole language is gearing towards one thing. If the language is not speaking one thing, you stop. Instead of investing at the end of the day, you miss nothing. So we say we're introducing a third party oversight, which we want everybody to buy into this idea.
So what you're saying in essence is that Wizfin solution is like a watchdog for those abroad that want to invest back home. Is that what they're saying?
Yes. We want to act in between you and that's your project and that person you're entrusting your project to, so that you will always get information from us and use the information wisely to save your investments.
Okay, let me come to you, a quantity surveyor, innocent Obi Akalusi. Now, you are aware, as based on your profession, the experiences you've had for over 30 years of practice or being registered as this quantity surveyor, you must have come across persons that got disappointed by their relatives or their trusted ones in the course of building a project. Now, what do you say about this initiative that Wizfin Solution is bringing on board based on your profession?
Yes, the Wizfin Solution Limited, it's a limited company. It's a good company. In short, it's God set because people have been suffering investing. One example, somebody said she was doing, I don't know the kind of business he was doing outside, but not a very good one, and he was sending money. And they were sending pictures of buildings that they were raising for them. But when he came back physical, nothing. In short, he almost fall and died because nothing. They were showing him a video of things that did not belong to him, showing him pictures of buildings that he doesn't own. And he was thinking they were telling him, but when he came back, nothing. Yes, so even as I'm here now, I'm already doing this Wizfin company, which is for some people, just privately. People who are outside, even people who are far away from this Enugu state. Well, someone who is in Abuja don't have time to come. He employed me to be supervising his contractor, his brothers whom he was dealing money. I'm the one that gives him the bill of what he's going to, the money he's going to set, not the contractor, not his brother. So we have started practicing it, gradually, but now it has come as a company. So people who are outside there, we are a third-party company that is supervising for the owner and supervising even the person he trusts he's giving money. He's not giving us all the money to buy the material, but we make sure the right things are done. That's why we're a third party. He's a party, his brother is a party, we are the third party. That's what we want to start practicing so that people will not be losing their investments.
Okay, sometimes you see someone abroad in the diaspora who sends money for a project to be carried out for him, and then sometimes, or maybe to a property to be purchased in his name.
Yeah.
The survey plan may begin to cause troubles when he comes back. Perhaps what he has sent to him is different from what is eventually what he gets to meet on the ground when he comes back. Now, how does a quantity surveyor and of course indeed Wizfin Solutions solve such problems? Another angle to it is someone has a project that is going on in his name, and he also sends money for Occasionally, he's been asked to get certain quantity of materials, building materials, and those things get diverted for other purposes. How does Wizfin solution come in this regard?
Okay, thank you. Like somebody was saying, somebody may say, if I'm doing this work for my brother, even if I get 20 cars, I'll be all right. But when he gets 5 million for his brother, he will want to keep 1 million for himself. So we are coming to solve such problems. We are coming as a complaint. We tell you what you are going to pay us. We make sure that the money you send will be used for the reason we sent it. We are not even going to buy the materials for you. Your brother may be buying, but we are going to give him the quality he's going to buy. We are going to the quality he's going to buy, not anything he likes. Or he may not be doing anything. If he's not doing anything, we tell you this your brother is not doing anything. No. For example, even the papers for the purchase of the land or whatever, we'll make sure that the purchase is genuine. If we come to play the third party role, we'll make sure it's a genuine purchase. It's not giving you fake things. You and your brother, you are not around. They give you any fake data. No. If we're involved, we'll make sure that the land is genuine and fair. If it's not, we will not allow your money to be used in it.
You just raised a point here, and I would like to come to you, the financial expert we have in the building. How would your Wizfin solution ensure that in the course of doing its business, it doesn't get to cause trouble between families and persons who are into relationships? I don't know if you got where I'm going.
Yes.
All right.
I would say, first of all, this Wizfin is a prayer answered. I would say it's a dream come true to most of our brothers and sisters in diaspora. A lot of them have toiled, did a lot of things, all sorts of things to make money, send money home at the end of the day. Nothing. There wasn't the one I saw in social media, the one woman that he came back with her family to celebrate this coming Christmas. And incidentally, the building that the brother sent to her that has finished, completed, was still not even plastered. And the woman broke down and started crying there. What will she do? Because she came back with her family. So we are not saying that we will not trust your people, but how to be very careful. That is the reason for Wizfin. Trust your people, but entrust things to them, but have to do it being very careful. How then do you be that careful? Or how then do you get that careful? Is by using a third party oversight. That Wizfin will manage the project for you. Everything, we have the scope between you and your relations. Because if we come in and say, abandon, forget about your relations, that creates the problem you're talking about between relations. My brother is building a house, and has money, and is not even allowing me to do anything there. Yes, get them involved, but give us the responsibility to make sure that this project is finished to your taste. And also using prices that are very competitive, not something that's selling 1 naira, lost is about we give you 5 naira and you pay. Well, our prices are going to be very, very competitive. So that is why we have this Wizfin.
Okay, let's look at the issue. We usually, projects get abandoned. Just like the example you mentioned. If that individual, the lady you mentioned who returned from overseas only to meet a project that was reportedly completed, but at the point she returned, the project was still halfway. Assuming she came back empty-handed, perhaps she must have had issues where she was and didn't have the financial muscle to continue with the project, that project will get abandoned. So how does Wizfin's solution solve that financial problem, that problem of abandoned project in the hands of the relatives back home?
Yes, we have come in to prevent that. If you get us involved, there's nothing like abandonment, unless we don't have funds to complete it. I also advise you financially to take on projects you are sure you have the resources to compete. You know your stream of income, so you know what you can send home. So when you are planning, do your projects properly. Make sure that the projects you want to embark on, that you have the capacity to complete it. Once you have the capacity, get us involved, go and sleep. Nothing will happen to your money when you deliver.
Even when the money is not in your hands?
That's what I'm saying. No. If you get us involved, if there's any deviation, you know it at the early stage. You get what we're saying?
Yes.
If you get us involved, maybe from the foundation, if there is a deviation from foundation, you get information and then you stop sending money to whoever. You can either find another person, or you can even send the money to us who can do the project for you direct. So the issue is that Wizfin has come to protect investors from losing their funds.
So are you saying, in essence, that Wizfin stands also to give financial advice, expert advice to people who want to invest in property, who want to start a building project, to the extent that they don't carry projects that are beyond their financial capability? You know why I ask this question is that we've seen engineers or maybe contractors who want to handle projects, and they usually lure people into handling projects that are beyond their capacities, all right? Or perhaps they give you an estimated cost that is below the actual cost. How does Wizfin come in to solve that problem? All right, sir. Okay.
Yes, and for those relations of our friends or brothers who are outside the country, they can decide to give them the estimates that are below the real cost, just to get money from them. And then when they get the money, the project will not go on, and they pocket the money. But if we're involved, we'll give our clients the real costs of the project, so that if he brings the money, the project will be finished. So the project will be successful. And even if he gives to his brother, we'll monitor his brother. If he, like my friend has said, if we are going to start from foundation, with the deal we have, or which we can even cater from DPC to, from foundation to DPC, this is what it's going to take. And if his brother or their brother can't get to that point, we'll say, please don't bring more money. He has misused one from foundation to DPC. The money you sent should have been able to finish it. Why didn't he finish it?
All right. Let's come to architect Ejike to lend his voice on this matter.
Thank you. We want anybody, if you think of investments, from the beginning of the thinking, think of third party. Are you getting it? So think of third party oversight. The reason is simple. From the beginning of the discussion, your father that I can be discussing with you, send the money, I don't even have anything in mind from the beginning. But the moment the money gets in, another ideas will start forming. Friends will advise me, and then begin. So what we're saying is that from the time you start thinking of investment, think of third party. You know, when you talk of trust, you find out that, okay, fair trust divide family. If you are talking of, coming in between will cause an issue between two friends or real in a relationship like that. But the point is that fair trust does more harm.
So it's better to nip it in the bud
Is-
before it happens.
And why we are coming up is because we know that when you decide to give what belongs to your brother to another person because you are afraid of trust, you are building or creating a cold war in the family. Even if your brother is not telling you that I'm not happy about this, if your brother has any chance of showing it to you tomorrow, you will see it. So you are declaring a cold war or a war in the family when you decide to give what belongs to your brother to another person. And that is why we are saying that you should entrust it. It is the position of your brother, it is the position of your spouse, it is the position of whoever you think that this person is much closer to me. But when it comes to putting that person into checkmate, that is where third party comes. Because if you refuse to entrust, you've created a cold war. If you entrust and trust,
It's
and
breached.
possibly the trust failed, you've killed the family. The family will never return to normalcy. And this is why Wizfin is coming in. We've seen these two angles that once it enters into the family is divided and the family never return to normalcy. We say that it is better to stop it at the beginning. Don't even take that risk. So entrust, but bring us into the middle. So that when that's the enemy that we push that person into the betrayer comes in, Wizfin will put that mind into right track. And the person will never succeed. Because even before you send the money, we will know that this money is meant for this. And that is why we're talking about this investment of a thing. If you want to invest, you have to be guided from the beginning. From the beginning, how much? Even from the architectural distinct plan.
Yes, I was coming to that, and I would like you to speak to that emphatically. The architectural plan. Now, someone wants a duplex erected in his name, back home. So he comes back. When he comes back, he will be recognized as Odogu, who has made it far away overseas. But then you ask, you don't know his financial strength, and he starts sending him money. Eventually, the money doesn't get to finish the project, or somebody does an architectural design of a duplex and sends across to him and starts erecting a bungalow in the village. How does Wizfin solve that problem right from the beginning?
The moment you allow an architect to go crazy in design, the architect will give you a whole lot of things. But there is what we call cost plan. Cost plan is the amount you want to invest in that project. And if you don't reveal it to the architect from the beginning, you are getting into a failed project. It will definitely abandon the project because architects wants to put up a whole lot of things that at the end of the day, when you look at the building, you will say, who designed this thing? And because of that, the architect will go crazy, have a lot of elements that plays out in the building without considering the cost of achieving it. So if you decide to communicate with architect, you must tell the architects your cost plan so that whatever element the architect is bringing into the design will reflect around the cost plan. And the architect will be restricted into coming up with some of the design that will go beyond your plan. So from the beginning, you need to be guided. You need to disclose your cost plan. And that is where we are coming in. We say that such a method, it is a phrase to that person that doesn't have knowledge about it.
Right.
It is still a phrase. So you as a professional need to lead the person. You need to expose that person. You need to reveal, you need to open up the phrase so that the person will now begin to think in that line. Now, what do you want to do? How would you want to invest on this? You can't just come to Wizfin and ask Wizfin solution to design a project for you without giving them the cost plan and you expect them. No, we will tell you that we have to work with your cost plan because we are fighting against abandoned projects. Abandoned projects is in fact, it's too bad. So the point is that that money is not into circulation. The money is not even doing anything for you. You are not even getting a rent. You are not getting anything from that project. It is just abandoned. You tie the money there and the money is tied down. So we said that from the beginning, you need to be guided. You need to be followed up. You need to have this professional mentality that guides you so that at the end point, you will have a success. So it is the design cost plan that guides an architect. And whenever you want to get into Wizfin solution in terms of design, from the concepts, from the beginning, even from the purchase and everything, you need to tell us why you want to and what you want to do with the property. From there, we will guide you to the planning, and from the planning to the design, from the design to the execution, till you finish up your project.
So even when you are not the one involved directly in the designing and of course execution of the project.
If you have a contractor and you want to use us as a third party, you find out that okay, now maybe you want to get it, you are getting it all later, and they're telling you that you need 200 lengths of iron in this lintel. You can contact Wizfin solution. Just send the drawing to us and please, how many lengths of iron can do the lintel for me? We will advise you. We can tell you that you just need 70 lengths of iron.
So are you saying also that if a project has already been conceptualized and the drawing is already in place, the owner for whom this project is being erected sends the architectural design to Wizfin can actually do the cost analysis and of course provide the necessary financial advice to that individual?
That's why we have a quantity surveyor. It is the work with the quantity surveyor. We give you the accurate estimate. Are you getting it? And we can even advise you, because there are some of the days. Let's assume somebody is telling you that you need 16 mm on the lintel. What are you needing 16 mm on the lintel for? We can even tell you that no, you don't need 16 mm on the lintel. So the moment you get to us, the quantity surveyor will guide you and get you the accurate estimate, which we will now compare with the one they've given you and know whether, if these people are telling you the truth or not. Are you getting it? You are not calling us with that person. You just contact us. We do the deal with you. We said you confirm and you know whether you are on the right track or whether you are not on the right track. If you are not on the right track, you adjust. You do the needful on time. So what we are trying to do is to prevent somebody from getting to the last point where there is no remedy again. So we want to block you. Don't get to that point. From the beginning, we can help you avert the whole thing. Okay,
let me come to you, Dr. Chris. Now, Dr. Chris, Onwudiwe indeed, Nezoku, and sometimes when one encounters these kind of problems, it may lead to death. It's quite painful. So, and we want to avert that. Wizfin wants to avert that. So, what if this individual wants actually to erect a duplex, for instance, at home, but then Wizfin solution does its own job after finding out from this person that the actual amount he has for the project, and then advises that he should go for a bungalow, for instance, and that person decides, okay, this is not what I want for myself, and he goes back and eventually he doesn't even get to erect any project till eternity. What has Wizfin helped to do? How has Wizfin helped this individual?
Yes, it's better the man use that money for. Because yes, he's not doing the project. He must have invested the money. As I will advise him, if you feel you want to do a duplex, then invest this money. Invest it for some time. Maybe the proceeds you will receive from that investment when added to the capital. Maybe you can even seek for, credit from financial institutions. If he has the capacity to pay back, then the banks can assist him to do that he wanted to do. If he has refused to take our advice, because in this case you are asking, or you are saying, if the investor refuse to take our advice, that he must erect a duplex. That is what he wanted to do, but the financial capacity at that present time will not allow him to complete a project, he should not embark. Because if he embarks, he will get stuck along the line, and he will increase number of abandoned projects. We are there to stop. I don't know what I mean.
Okay, now I had an experience. A man who was overseas was sending money to his younger brother to make a purchase of a piece of land, which he did. And then after that, he sent monies for a property to be developed on that land, on that piece of land. But eventually it was actually developed. But when he returned, he found out that the brother actually did all the projects in his own name. And now the contention became who was the actual owner. And he insisted that he was actually the owner of the project. How can Wizfin solution deal with such a situation?
No, he touched this thing when he was in his presentation. Yes, we'll get involved depending on how you want us to get involved. Some might not want you to get involved, so the processes of purchasing the property. But if you give us the authority, we'll follow it through to the department, ministry that is involved, maybe lands, maybe if it is an estate, maybe the estate developer, whichever. But we must follow through to make sure that the documents to that property belongs to you. And it's very key, because this thing you're saying has happened, and you see the guy in diaspora come in there, and some of them committed suicide. Some of them left, they went back to the place and never come back to Nigeria out of frustration. So this is part of what we do here. Give us the authority, we will check your documents, check everything about your documents, make sure, check the genuineness also, the validity of that property, to make sure that it is unencumbered before even you start the development.
Okay, so you wanted to react to the matter?
No, like he said, I've mentioned it before. It depends on how the client is involving us. If he's involving us from the onset, he will give us authority to look at the documents, land documents with supervise. I know whose name is there. If we're involved and the brother went behind us, writes his own name, we will inform him immediately. I will not send one kobo for any the development. And sure, we will start pursuing the issue of removing the ownership from the brother before we begin to bring money for development. So
is that possible? Is that doable?
What we are saying is, if we are involved from the purchase, there is no way you can send the money when we have not given you every statement concerning the property. Are you getting it? The work of a third party is to say you go on or not to go.
The property is actually genuine.
So there is no way you can send the money when the third party have not given you every evidence of that property. So we must make sure that the property bears your name. We will follow everything up till we can now give you the go ahead, make your payment. And before we say go ahead and make your payment, we followed everything to ensure that this property is being, every document of this property from the lawyer and everything belongs to you. That is the work of a third party. If the third party is not involved, that is when you can manipulate all these things. That is when you can forge a document, send to that man, to that person. Because many people forge a document, send it across. You will have the document as though it is the original. But you never know that that person went on to register the property
In his own name.
just changing the entire thing. So when you come back, you are boasting. Even my barrister told me that he went to a court to defend a client like that. At the end of the day, they lost the matter. Because the court is not compensating you because you are claiming that you sent the money. What is the evidence and everything? So the court will base its judgment on what is obtainable, on the documents presented to them. So, and that is why getting the third party involved from the beginning, from the purchase, is very, very vital. And that is how we have to follow it from that point till the completion of everything.
It's been the Solution Roundtable, where we discuss trust that broke many dreams. And you've been listening to a team of professionals, architect, quantity surveyor, and of course, a financial expert, a renowned economist. I am the Prof, your host. And till we come your way again next time, keep believing in Wizfin solution. Good evening. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.